CrossFit Games 2025 event number 5 breakdown. This is the 1 RM back squat on day 2, event 2. We have had a ton of posterior chain work up until this point. We have had a ton of leg volume up until this point. But it is time to squat heavy. And will we see our athletes PR? The crazy thing is, what we should be saying is probably not, most likely not. They shouldn't, based off of what has happened, but there is definitely going to be some that do, because that's just the impressive nature of the CrossFit Games athletes. This is just how good they are. So I'm just going to go with some like load expectations. The top 5 of the athletes I think will be 220 to 250 kilos. On the male side, which is 485 pound to 550, I believe. And then on the women's side, I think 150 to about 167, 170 kilos for our top 5 women, which will be 330 pounds to about 370, I think. 375 potentially. And that's kind of going to be a top 5 area. I think that then there's going to be a bunch that sit on that 200 to 220 kilo marker, which is 440 to 485 pound. Ladies, 135 to 150 kilos at 300 to 330 pounds. And there might be a handful that males that go under 200, maybe 190, 195. And on the female side, I don't think we'll see a 120. I think it's a bit low. Maybe a 125, 130. So about a 275 plus pound squat. And basically for my males, I'm looking at 2.5 to 2.7 times body weight. No, am I? Maybe more like a 2 times to 2.25 times body weight. That's probably more accurate for those males. And then the females, just under 2 times body weight to about 2 point. You'll get a couple that are at 2.25 as well. But anything above that, I don't think it's realistic. And especially when in consideration of the events that have come prior to that. So your physiological demands for this, the energy system that we're using is the alactic anaerobic system, your ATP PC system. 3 to probably 9 seconds at most during these lifts in terms of unracking, breathing, bracing, taking your time, stabilizing, sitting down, getting up, racking it. But maximal neuromuscular recruitment for this. Your muscles, your primary movers, glutes, quads, hamstrings, your spinal erectors, your stabilizers, obliques, obviously your abs, your trunk, and your support structures, just all of your thoracic structures, your thoracic extensors, scapular retractors, and just your ability to build that intra-abdominal wall pressure, which with the belt will capitalize on that by being able to expand even further with tension. But central nervous system, it's obviously taken a hit already throughout the weekend. It's been workout number 5, and then we're going to kind of beat it up some more now with holding the load of barbell on our backs. So your limiting factors is going to be just top end strength. How well have you got top end strength? Your ability to have recovered from the weekend at this point, damage control on injuries accrued, confidence under the load, and just your ability to brace. Like if you're missing a rep that you can make and you have enough juice in the tank, then it would be either a fault in your bracing, your speed down, or the line of bar action. Or ability to kind of fight through that parallel position when you need your whole posterior chain to engage at its most to work through it, but that damage had been done on the deadlifts prior workout, so that wasn't available to you. So that's kind of it. I think that a good target for these athletes would be 95% or more of their 1 rep max. That's kind of what I'm going into it with. I've built in training, maximal leg volume or strength. And my peak should have been, for my strength, maybe 2 weeks out, just to allow some adjustments to happen. So you know, I should have a pretty fairly understandable number that was recent, and then I might be looking for 95% of that on this day of as my starting point, and then if I get that or more, happy days. If I get past my 100%, big win. If I get past my 100% and I'm still last place, still big win. I've done something that I could not do. I cannot, and yeah, well, I can be upset that it is last on the leaderboard, but that's not a reflection of my efforts. It's just a reflection of my ability, and those are two different things. So I wasn't able to squat more because I haven't trained the potential to squat more, so I can be mad at that fact, but I can't be mad at so much the leaderboard per se because my lift was a PR, you know. So those are, and that's the absolute dichotomy or the conundrum of that situation. You'll see it all the time. Oh, you did so good, you got a PR. Yeah, but I got last. And so, yeah, who knows, there might be something to think about. But the mental cues, just bracing, making sure that I have that down pat. I'm really trying to spread the floor with my feet and find that balance and put my, basically my structure into external rotation just to be able to create torque and force. Leading with my chest, not the hips. I do not want to get caught in a good morning pose of this. I don't think that I'll have the posterior strength after the previous workouts to be able to maintain that position to get out of that position. So I think I really want to try and make this as anterior loaded as possible, or at least vertical chest as possible. And I want to explode out of the hole with a constant fight to the top. I don't just want to like work hard through that first portion and then kind of let off. I want to make sure that it's aggressive until I've completed the whole rep. That's the back squat. Let's see how it unfolds.